letters, italics, bold print, quotations, marks, and other visual information within the text can help you locate the information you want.
Okay, so we're going to do scanning. Okay, so can you read the instruction there for us?
What is another name for the Beveridge Report?
Scan the passage.
Scan the passage below to find information about the topic 1 to 7 in a table. There are clues to help you find the information. The first one has been done for you.
Hi, Chinny, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, that's great. How was your day?
It was normal.
Really? And what did you do this morning?
Well, I just watched, review back what I learned and just color and draw. And also just learn something new on YouTube for fun.
Music bright and welcoming.
So repeat that again.
English education.
It's like I watched something new on YouTube on how to draw new stuff.
Modern piano
You know,
soft pop elements.
especially like when drawing eyes and about,
Motivating.
puzzles and pose. Because I'm sometimes bad at those,
clean,
so I need to practice.
And are there some good techniques?
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay. And are you going to practice them?
I already practiced.
Oh, and how did it go?
It go great. But
Great.
the more I look at them, the more I got bored.
Oh, really? Why?
Because I stared at my creation too much. Then I will get bored of it and then just don't care about it anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Chinny, today we're going to talk about healthcare. Okay? So what we're going to do is look at the pictures here. Okay? Match the pictures number 1 to 6 with the words A to F. Okay? So what is number 1?
It's a bandage.
A bandage, yes. What about number 2? Ooh, sorry, a bandage, or what is this? A
Bandage. A plaster.
A plaster. What's the difference between a bandage and a plaster?
I don't know.
Okay. Number 2, what do you think number 2 is?
It's still a bandage.
That's a bandage. Bandage is more. Okay. A plaster is one singular thing. Okay. Small, for small cut. What is number 3?
Just a cream.
Cream, well done. What about number 4?
Medicine. Or what?
Which one? Which one would you say?
What is the difference between capsule and tablets? Maybe tablets?
A tablet. Yeah, so that's a tablet. Capsules, okay, are the ones that's in a plastic container that you can swallow.
Okay, I get it.
And then the last one, number 6.
Syrup.
Yeah, well done. Now, match the words number 1 to 6, okay, with the definition A to F. Okay, so Jenny, you're gonna write there on the line A, B, C, D, E, or F. Okay, can you do that for us?
Okay, I'm gonna skip something I don't know and then come back.
Yeah, that's perfect. Take your time.
A syringe is... So B is 6. B is 6, that's...
Yeah.
6. And C is 4. And D is 5. 3 is E.
Okay, wait, let me write it down. Okay, so you say an inhaler is a small ER. A syringe is a...
Syringe is C.
C, yeah.
thermometer is D.
Okay.
A jab, which is new to me, but a stethoscope. Oh yeah, A.
Yeah.
A cuff is E. Status. A cuff is E.
A jab? What about the jab? What is a jab?
I don't know.
A jab is an injection of something into your blood to prevent an illness.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. And a cuff is the last one is F.
Blood pressure, yeah. Well done. Any questions on these?
No.
That was good. Okay, so now, example, when you come across a word you don't know in a text, look at the context. It will often express the same idea in other words or give clues to the meaning. Work out the meaning of the words in italics. Number 1 to 3 by studying their context in the passage below. Okay, so first, Jenny, can you please read for us the text?
Many parents would not know what to do if the child fell and banged their head. One choked on a ball toy, a small toy, or scalded themselves on a hot iron. Research shows the British Red Cross organizations, which commissioned the survey, is also alarmed by the findings that is created a cheap and easy computer-based training program for parents called Learning First Aid Fast. The charity First Aid Specialists said that learning basic rescue and recovery technique could be the most important things any parent did. About 1 million children under 15 are admitted to accident that an emergency unit every year after accidents in their home.
Okay, now let's have a look at choke. So what does choke mean? To hit with a lot of force, to be unable to breathe because something is blocking the air, passes to your lungs, or to have health problems. Which one would you say? A, B, or C?
B.
B, yeah. And what about commission?
Is A. To authorize the production of something, I guess.
The British Red Cross organizers which commissioned the survey is so alarmed by the findings, okay?
Does
A. And then the unit?
To me, it sounds like A.
It's A. Yes. Well done, Jenny. That was really good. Now, for the next one, for each of the words in italics, number 1 to 4, in the passage below, find a synonym, meaning the same meaning, or an antonym, the opposite meaning in the same sentence. Okay, so but first, can you read that for us?
This accident are the main reason for death in children aged more than 12 months, accounting for nearly 400 facilities a year. Falls are the most common accidents, accounting for 43% of accidental injury to children at home. Burns are common too, with 10 children under 5 getting burned or scared every day. Some people appear reserved by owning a first aid kit, but if they are going to help someone, then they must have first aid knowledge in schools, as well as equipment. A first aid specialist said the result of the Red Cross survey revealed alarming levels of ignorance, with many parents replying more story and knowledge or common sense when faced with an emergency.
Okay. So with this, let's have a look at the first one. Fertilities. Okay, what is a synonym for fatalities? So fatal accidents means the people died. So nearly 400 deaths. Okay, so there's a synonym. Okay, fatalities, deaths. What is the opposite? What is the antonym for that?
I'm trying to find one.
So what does it mean? What is the opposite of death?
Alive.
Yeah.
Alive.
Guys, so let's quickly do the synonyms first. Okay, and then the next one, what is scalded?
Burnt.
Burned, yes. First aid kit.
First aid kit, then equipment.
Equipment, yes. Ignorance.
Ignorance. Let me.
Opposite of ignorance.
Common sense.
Common sense. Well done, Jenny. That was really good. So when you learn the meaning of a word which often occurs in the academic text, it is a good idea to look up and learn the different words forms as well. Okay, so let's have a look at them. So we have complete the table. A what? To survey. A commission, number 2. A what? To injure. A recovery. To injure. Oh, sorry. To survey. So, the verb for a commission. To survey, then we need to find the noun. And then we need to find a verb for a recovery. To injure, we need to find the noun for to injure. Equipment, we need to find the verb. To aid, we need to find a noun. Ignorance, what would be the verb? So let's start with commission. What's the verb for a commission?
Commit.
Say again.
I don't know. I'm bad at it.
No, it's okay.
Commit.
Okay, so commission. For example, if we say let me just get that one. A commission. So we give out a order. There we go. Commissioned. Okay. Commissioned. That would be the verb. A commission is giving instruction. Commissioned is the verb. To survey. To survey, or for example, this one. As a noun, we would say, for example, this would just be survey. Okay. A recovery. What can we do with recovery? What does it mean to as a verb?
Recover.
Yes, recover. Well done. To injure. Injured, yes. Okay, equipment.
Just equipment.
To be equipped.
Ah.
To be equipped. To aid.
Aid.
First aid. Okay. Ignorance. 2. Ignore. There we go. Okay. So for commissioned, survey, to survey, a recovery, to recover, injured, to injure, equipment, to be equipped, and then first aid, to aid, ignorance, ignore. Well done, Jenny. That was really good. Any questions so far?
What is a survey?
A survey is a questionnaire. When we ask people, can you complete the questionnaire because we want some information?
Okay.
Yeah, good question. Any other questions?
That's all.
Okay, so moving on to the next part. Okay. Now, complete the task. Completion task says your ability to find and understand detail or specific information in a text. Completing a table, a diagram, or picture. You will have to read a passage and complete the table, diagram, or picture. The information in the passage will not necessarily be in the same order as the questions. The table, diagram, or picture may relate to a section of the passage rather than the whole. You will be told how many words you should use. Example, no more than 2 words. One word only. No more than 2 words and a number. Numbers can be written in numbers, for example, 5, or words like 5. Hyphenated words count as 1 word. For example, state of the art counts as 1 word. Okay, so can you read for us the exam tip?
Is when you are looking for specific information, classes, name, phrases, move your eyes down the text, looking only for words and phrases related to the information you want. Do not read word for word. Do not stop if there are words you do not know, and ignore any information you do not need. This technique is called scanning. You can also use the text style or formatting to help you. Sometimes numbers, uppercase letters, italics, bold print, quotations marks, and other visual information within the text can help you locate the information you want.
Okay, so we're going to do scanning. Okay, so can you read the instruction there for us?
What is another name for the Beveridge Report?
Scan the passage.
Scan the passage below to find information about the topic from 1 to 7 in a table. There are clues to help you find the information. The first one has been done for you.
Okay, read for us the question.
What is another name for the Beveridge Report? Look for capital letters, find the word Beveridge Report, and scan the text through Beveridge Report. Report on social insurance.
In social insurance. Okay, now you're gonna read for us the text. Okay,
so the 1940s saw the development of legislation that reflected an agreement across the main political parties that the state should take an increased responsibility for the funding provision of welfare service. The specific measures. Specific measures taken were based on proposal of Sir William Beveridge, 1879-1963, and published in his report on social insurance, 1942. More commonly known as the Beveridge Report, Beveridge based his recommendation on his concern to defeat 5 giant devils that, despite other measures, were still hindering social and economic progress in Britain. These were want, poverty, disease, ill health, and high mortality rates, ignorance, inadequate education,
Adequate education,
inadequate education, Squalor, poor housing and homelessness, illness, unemployment, exhaustion of poverty in Britain was the underlying reasons for commissions the report, but legislation was missed and so was introduced that addressed each of the 5 giants.
Okay, so the 1940s saw the development of legislation that reflected an agreement across the main political parties that the state should take an increased responsibility for the funding and provision of welfare services. The specific measures taken were based on the proposals of Sir William Beveridge in 1879 to 1963 and published his report on social insurance 1942. More commonly known as the Beveridge Report. Beveridge based his recommendations on his concern to defeat 5 giant evils that, despite earlier measures, were still bothering social and economic progress in Britain. These were want, poverty, disease, ill health, and high mortality rates, ignorance, inadequate education, squalor, poor housing and homelessness, and in idleness, unemployment. The existence of poverty in Britain was the underlying reason for commissioning the report, but legislation was passed and services introduced that addressed each of the 5 giants. Okay, so now based on what you read, date of report, standard text for a 4-digit number, which is how years are usually expressed. Okay. Date of report. So what was the date of report?
So, 1942.
Report on social insurance, yes, 1942. Well done. What was the subject of the report? Look at the name of the report. What was the subject of the report?
Beveridge Report.
The Beveridge Report. But the report was on?
Social insurance.
Social insurance, yes. Okay. And in how many obstacles to progress did the report mention? Standard text for a number expressed in digits or in words. How many obstacles to progress did the report mention? Obstacles to progress.
So, does it mean the year?
Can be the there we go.
So, defeat 5 giant evils.
So 5 giant evils. Okay, so that was the obstacles because they defeated, overcome it. Okay. And then
guitar and piano.
What were the obstacles to progress? Those, can you remember those? Look for a bullet list.
Perfect for English conversation practice videos.
What?
No vocals.
What is a bullet list?
Bullet. So this is a bullet. Okay. This.
So those.
So how many are there?
There are 5.
5. And can you read those 5 for us?
There's want, poverty, disease, ill health, and high mortality rates, ignorance, inadequate education, squalor, poor housing and homelessness, illness, employment.
Okay, perfect. There we go. And in the next one, what is squalor? Scan the text for squalor and read the words in brackets. They explain the meaning. Okay. So what does squalor mean?
There's mean poor housing, homelessness.
Poor housing and homelessness. Do you know what is homelessness?
They have no home.
Yeah.
Just live on the street.
Excellent. And then why was the report commissioned? Scan the text for forms of the words commission, reason, and why. Can you find that sentence for us? Commission.
Okay. So, written was the underlying reason for commissioning the report. But legislation was passed and service introduced that address each of the factors.
Perfect. Okay. So you see, Chinny, how we scan a text, okay? And to get specific information. Now, scan the passage below about vulnerable people in society. Those people who are in more danger of being harmed physically or emotionally than others. Then complete the table with notes. Okay? So you are going to read that for us. Okay? So number 1, 2, and 3.
In our society, there are groups of people who are potentially vulnerable. These include children, older people, people with disabilities, and the poor. For example, whether they are supported and how they are supported, however, varies from society to society and at different times in history. In some societies, the care of vulnerable is seen as a responsibility of the family or village. In others, it is principally the responsibility of the state through community provision. In Israeli Kibbutzim, for example, the care of children is seen as a responsibility of the whole community and not principally the concern of the parents. Some it is responsibility of the extended family. Attitude to the vulnerable vary. Those on benefit may be seen as lazy routers, or the situation may be seen as a result of poor parenting or inevitable consequences of economic changes. The response to their needs will vary according to the dominant attitude in the society. Then views and prioritize of governments the wealth of the nations and how that wealth is distributed and managed. In England, the state has had some involvement in providing for the poor since Elizabethan times. The
Elizabethan, yes.
Elizabethan times, the
1601, poor lord allowed.
Poor law allowed officials to collect money from each household in their parents to distribute it to the needy. However, it was thought that the poor only had themselves to blame. The political approach at the same time was informed by the view that as welfare servers, the church and other voluntary groups provided terrible support, but the state left well alone. Not until opening year of the 20th century did the state begin to take proactive role in the care of welfare of its citizens. Hanlerie Kibbutzim, single local community settlement, typically from Israel.
Okay, so now, care for the vulnerable people, state the responsibility, support from the church. So, what is the state of responsibility?
So the community, for example, the care of children may see responsibility for the whole community and not the concern of both parents. And for other people, it's responsibility of their parents.
And what support did they get from the church?
As well, maybe some society will just give some important stuff for the needy and, well, give some food.
Okay, well done, Jenny. That was really good. Okay, now look at the passage in exercise 2, this one, okay? Write a sentence for each of the 3 paragraphs, summarizing what its function is. The first one has been done for you, okay? So they have done number 1. This introduces the topic of vulnerable people and support they receive by giving a definition, okay? Now, how would you summarize number 2? Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. In some societies, the care of vulnerable is seen as a responsibility of the family or the village. In others, it is principally a responsibility of the state through community provision. In Israeli kibbutzim, for example, the care of children is seen as a responsibility of the whole community and not principally the concern of the birth parents. Okay? In other societies, the care of children is a prime responsibility of their parents. And in some, it is a responsibility of the extended family. Attitudes to the vulnerable vary. Those on benefits may seem as lazy scroungers, or their situation may be seen as a result of poor parenting or the inevitable consequence of economic changes. The response to their need will vary according to the dominant attitudes in society, the views and priorities of government, the wealth and nation, and how to wealth distributed and managed. So it's all about the children, the care of the children. So how would you summarize this in one sentence?
So it means that the care of the children may be also with the society as well, and also lead to the responsibility of the parents. Also, it would also mean by the activity and laziness if they are vulnerable in their life depend.
So it's a vulnerability of
just
caring of children. So basically, it's a responsibility of the care of children in the community.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, number 3. Okay, so we're going to do this in number 3. In England, the state has had some involvement in providing for the poor since Elizabethan times. The 1601 Poor Law allowed officials to collect money from each household in their parish and to distribute it to the needy. However, it was thought that the poor only had themselves to blame. The political approach at the time was informed by a view that the government should not interfere in the workings of the economy or in the provision of welfare services. The church and other voluntary groups provided charitable support, but the state left well alone. Not until the opening years of the 20th century did the state begin to take proactive role in the care and welfare of citizens. Okay, so what is the last paragraph about?
Was about to help the needy and just providing health and care that they all need, even though they're vulnerable and about their life. It's mean that somehow we need a way to help them.
Yeah, it's about the care and welfare of the citizens. Well done, Jenny. Now, imagine that you need to find information in a passage in exercise 2 about the topics number 1 to 4 below. Okay? Do not read the text again, but use summaries you wrote in exercise 3 to decide in which paragraph you should look for the answer. So, in which paragraph, what do people think of vulnerable people? Which paragraph is that? Number 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2. Okay. And in number 2, what does vulnerable mean? In which paragraph do they explain it?
Number 1.
Number 1. What support was provided in the 20th century in England?
Paragraphy.
Yeah, well done, Jenny. And who is responsible for the care of vulnerable people?
Paragraph 2.
Yes. Jenny, you are so smart. Well done. Once again, when you do completion tasks, read the instructions carefully and note how many words you are allowed to write. Okay, sometimes you will have to summarize the information in order to keep within the word limit. Now, charts or diagrams give a summary of the information and show visual links, so think about the relationship between the ideas in a text. The different parts of a chart or diagram may not be in the same order as the information in the text. The chart or diagram may not show all the information included in the text. Now, the answers in a particular section in a chart or diagram must belong to the same grammatical category. For example, they should all be nouns or all be verbs. The chart diagram may not use the same word as the used text but synonyms or paraphrases. Scan the passage below and complete the diagram with the missing information. Write no more than 4 words in each box. So we're going to look at the objective characteristics of bodies. So we know colors. Okay, so let's read the first part. Okay, so Jenny, can you read for us the text?
So far this chapter, we have questioned common sense ideas held about what is sickness and health, and have raised some challenging questions about these ideas. However, we can go further a question closely related concept of pun, which notions of illness are ultimately based the concept of the body. All of us exist in bodies that are objectively different shape, height, colors, and physical abilities. They are also subjectively valued as attractive or ugly, young or short or tall, weak or strong. Let's look first at the objective difference. The two most common explanations for objective difference between bodies are first, that people's bodies are vary according to gender difference, height, weight, etc. And second, that bodies change as people age. However, sociologists point out that the shape of people's body are often actually linked to diets, type of employment, and general quality of life. A huge range of research indicates that poorer people are likely to eat unhealthy foods and smoke cigarettes, be employed in repetitive, physically demanding work or other extreme or boring sedentary employment, have worse housing conditions, live in more deprived neighborhoods. All of these factors impact upon the condition of a person's body. We can see them physical shapes of the body are strongly influenced by social factors.
Okay, so now that you have read that, okay, so the objective characteristics of bodies, okay, can you tell me what are the objective characteristics of bodies?
Is height, shape, and physical abilities.
Just give me 1 second. Yeah, height, shapes, height, yeah.
Physical abilities.
Well done, Jenny. That was really good. Now, the next part. Influences on objective characteristics of bodies. So now we're looking at the influences. One of them is lifestyle, social factors. What would be number 4 and 5?
Okay, so have worse housing conditions and live more deprived neighborhoods. Right. Have worse housing conditions, live in more deprived neighborhood.
Okay. Neighborhood. Let me just say. So social factors, lifestyle. There we go. Sorry, just want to quickly do that. So which other two did you say?
Southwards housing condition live in more deprived neighborhoods.
Yes, well done, Jenny. Okay, that was really good. And then the next one, what are the social factors? So the type of, so we have type of employment. Which one is number 6 and 7?
Person, body, and health.
Yes. Well done, Jenny. That was amazing. Now, so once again, scan the passage below and complete the table with the missing information number 1 to 8. The first one has been done for you. Okay? So once again, can you read for us the passage there? The passage.
The Family Allowance Act 1945 introduced a financial payment for children under 15. This did not apply to the first child but applied for all subsequent children. The National Insurance Act 1946 allowed for the payment of employment benefits, sickness benefit, and retirement pensions. Maternity benefit and widow's pensions for all who, when were paid weekly from their wages into a national insurance scheme. The National Assistance Act 1948 provided a safety net and minimum income for people who did not pay into the national insurance scheme and were therefore not eligible for this benefit. The National Health Service Act 1948, before the introduction of the National Health Service NH6, the people needed to see a doctor or have possible treatment. They normally have to pay. A national service was central to the post-war welfare reform and was based on 3 principles. 1. That health service should be free to all at the point of delivery when they are usually used. 2. That its service will be truly national, covering the whole population in all parts of the country. 3. The access to service will be based on clinical need, not to be ability to pay.
Okay, so Jenny, what you're going to do is for homework, okay? You're going to summarize this table for us. I'm going to send you this text again. So you're going to read it in your own time. And then you are going to write number 1 to 8 with the answers, okay? So Jenny, did you enjoy today's session?
Yeah.
Well done, you did pretty good. So now we know how to summarize. Well done, Jenny. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye, Jenny.
Okay, I have a question. What is homework?
What is homework? So you're going to read this for homework, okay, again, and then you're going to complete this table.
I mean, like, what is for womb? Like, W-H-O-M.
W? Oh, sorry, W-H?
O-M, no, not in the story. I mean, like, the homework I'm gonna do, the womb.
Oh, yes, you're going to do this.
No. Like, go up. I'm gonna just point it out. I mean, like, I don't understand what is womb mean.
Oh, for whom? Oh, for the people. For who?
Oh,
If you say for whom, it's for what? Which person? Okay. People who did not pay into national insurance, or is it the elderly, the young ones? That's the whom. The who. For who?
what is this? Is there any difference?
Laws. No, legislation means laws. Type of payment, financial payment, unemployment benefit, sickness benefit. So it's a type of payment that you get.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, that's it.
Well done, Jenny. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye, Jenny.
Bye-bye. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.